What's up guys, around 10 p.m. here in Playa del Carmen. I thought I would make this quick intro for the video today. That's gonna be published like the next day. So I wanna finish it like now. But welcome back. You probably heard before that it's really important to prepare as a trader. Be ready before the day starts. Otherwise it's just too hard and you just mess up and the day doesn't go well at all. So now the question is like how you prepare exactly, what steps you have to take. I want to share with you some of the tactics that highly profitable traders use. I've done a compilation you're going to watch in a second, and you can watch the whole playlist below if you want. It's really worth it. So in this one you'll be hearing from Tim Reset, Raman Gill, Jason Sen, and Kim Crumpus. Really good traders. I'm excited for this. Let's jump right into the video.
I spend a lot of time training outside on my bike, which actually I get a lot out of in a trading sense because I'm subconsciously thinking about things. I get all kinds of ideas, constantly stopping, pulling out my phone, writing down an idea. I mean, I've had more like light bulb moments in trading. I don't think I've ever had one sitting in front of the screen.
No,
it's always
for me. Yeah.
It's always away on a Friday night, doing something else. And there were a lot of years where Friday, Saturday night, I'd be reviewing charts, and you got to put in the time. But you also have to get away and rest your mind, and that really helps stay focused. I used to trade like 12, 16 hours a day or be in front of the screen and wake up and trade the European session, and after a while it just got too draining. So by keeping it focused, now I trade mostly the first 2 hours of the day. I can put on my swing trading positions, I can day trade, and then I can be super focused, and then I can be done. And I can go do other things or just rest my mind and come up with other ideas for trading.
I would define myself as a hybrid trader. I started off being highly technical. I would only focus on technicals. But since then, with my background in economics and all of that, I tend to look at like the business cycle. I tend to look at what's going on from fundamentals perspective. So every morning I've developed this process where I do an overview of the market just to kind of get the lay of the land, and then I jump into technicals. So I get my market direction from the daily charts. I look at how the daily candle closes for each pair that I'm trading. And then once I have established a bias for the market, then I go into shorter time frames. I look at 4 hour, a 1 hour, 15 minute. And to enter a trade, I go to a 5-minute chart. It's multi-time frame. So basically for the higher time frame, I'm looking at the levels because the support and resistance levels at the higher time frame gives us higher probability trade setups. But to actually get into the trade, I am trying to basically get the most pips out of it. That's why I just like to get really close in terms of my entry. I do my preparation the night before. So I'll take a look at the daily candle and I develop a bias. And during my preparation, I look at what level I'm looking to trade for the next day so that when I come in the morning, I already know, kind of have an idea of what I want to do for that day, which is really helpful. I found that process to be really helpful.
Preparation, which I think you mentioned earlier, is definitely something you've got to do. You just can't switch your computer on in the morning and go, right, bang, here we go. What are we going to do today? You've got to do your homework. You've got to have some sort of roadmap, some sort of plan. So you can't just sit there and think, oh, I'm just going to wait for some news or I'm just going to see what happens. I've even spoken to a guy who manages an office. Sports people have a ritual often where they have to wear, their lucky socks or whatever, and he actually encourages traders to go through that process not because lucky socks will help you make money, but it's just getting you in that comfort zone where you're like, okay, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling comfortable. I've gone through everything I needed to do. I've had my regular breakfast, and it's just a process so that your mind is calm and ready and prepared. But and once your mind is prepared, then you've got to do the homework and get yourself ready so that you can react when the market's moving. You know what you want to do if the market hits this price or that price. A lot of people come to the game thinking, hey, they're probably very intelligent people. They're probably successful in what they do in their careers, and they just think trading's going to be pretty easy. How hard can it be? You buy the euro versus the dollar, and either it goes up or down. I put my stop loss in, and they're looking for shortcuts. You've got to have some clue of what you're doing. You've got to be able to, as I said before, manage money, manage risk, And I think the worst thing I see is people not educating themselves And that's where they really fall down. They think they can just walk into this and within a month they're going to be making lots of money. It just doesn't happen. You've got to. There are so many different factors that you've got to get control of in order to trade successfully, or in order to trade profitably. People don't do that. They also think that if I can guess the direction right, then I'll make money, and that's just to me that's ridiculous. I mean, I don't think I don't think you'll ever meet anyone who can guess the direction of any market right day in, day out. If I'm wrong, brilliant. Good luck to you. I can't do that, and I don't think the best investors in the world can tell you where the markets are going to go day to day, hour to hour, or even week to week.
I do have a very diligent process. I want to say a routine. And my routine really starts the prior evening. So for instance, this evening before I go to bed, I will make sure my charts are all, cleaned up, no lines on them, et cetera, et cetera. So I have my charts cleaned and ready. I also have my trade journal open and ready for the 10 pairs that I analyze first thing in the morning. So those two things. And then the third thing is, this is all before I go to bed, I want to take a look at what's the red news that's scheduled for tomorrow, so I don't ever have to really think about it. I know, okay, tomorrow is FOMC, or tomorrow is, CPI. So I know what's coming up before I go to sleep. So those three things: charts are cleaned and ready, my trade journal is ready and open, and I know what the news events are scheduled. Now, there's one more thing. Fourth thing is get to bed early enough so that I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, believe it or not. That's a big one. I can't believe I forgot that. So then those four things. So getting a good night's sleep is so critical for being able to interpret data on charts and to be able to react quick. So then I wake up at 5 a.m., like I mentioned, and I take a quick shower, get dressed, and at 5:15 I have a cup of coffee and I'm at my computer doing my trade plan. So I look at what was the price action overnight. And then at 5:30, if there's red news, I'm ready to trade that red news. And then at 6 a.m., I start the New York trade planning session for my members. And what that is 20 minutes to 30 minutes, really quick. We go over 10 pairs, 10 of the most common pairs that Forex traders like to trade. And we go over the trade plan. I tell them what the plan is. And this is how I'm going to trade the euro. This is how I'm going to trade the EJ. And I do all 10 of them. And it takes me about 12, 15 minutes to go through one cycle. And then by that time, a candle has closed. So then I go back through and then I just kind of update the plan with them. And so then everyone leaves. And then I go out on Twitter by 6:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm out trading alongside my members and supporting members and tweeting out my trades, etc.
And here we go. Hope you like this. Comment below what you thought. As always, if there's like one thing you heard that kind of stuck with you or that you like, comment below with it in the comment section, and I'll look at that for sure. With that being said, if you like that video today, give it a like and subscribe if it's not done yet. Also click the bell next to the subscribe button if it's not done yet. You want to be notified with videos, of course I do, and that just makes it better because you don't miss anything. And I'll catch you back here tomorrow. Ciao.